Good evening. It's Sunday night, and that means it's MRL night, Moose Racing League, and tonight with me, Andy Ragequit. It's Tier 2. It's round 3, and we are heading to Hungary to race around a rather delicious track that has very few opportunities for overtaking. However, there are some technical areas of the track which will allow people to make moves based on other people's mistakes. We've seen some glorious racing in the first 2 rounds of MRL in Tier 2 with our championship leader Andy. Back-to-back wins in that clearly overpowered Mercedes car. We have got 4.3 kilometers of racing, 2.738 miles, only 14 turns with 2 DRS zones, both very close next to each other. The first DRS zone on the straightaway there is the best opportunity that people have for overtaking into turn 1. Turn 2, there's not a great deal of overtaking to be had there in that first sector, in that second DRS zone. The rest of the track, essentially the drivers have just got to keep their heads, keep their cool, and make sure that they have enough in their locker to ensure that they stay close enough to have a go down that home straight. Here we go then. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's Tier 2 showtime for MRL on Sunday night, and it's Tier 2, and the Red Bull of Kermit Attacks gets a lightning start into P1, back around into turn 2 and 3. J-Joe claims P1 back from Kermit. Don't know what's happening in the back of the field. We've got some places changing hands, but J-Joe claims P1 in Don't Blink and Atmos. We may well have had a yellow flag, and it's Moo Irons out in the gravel, it looks like.
Oh yeah, thanks, idiot. Thank you so much. Just cut me off. Like, that's... I'm sorry.
Welcome in then, everybody. Hope you're having a most magnificent start to your week. Fake Mano then. Fake Mano is next to City of R. That's close. Tiny little bit of contact perhaps. Might have compromised City of R as we come round. No, he's still got Fake Mano for company. Fake Mano goes down the inside and makes the move. They're still side by side, but Fake Mano gets through in the end, up into P5. J-Joe has checked out. He is 1.4 seconds down the road from Kermit Attacks. It's Andy in the Mercedes in P3 with MB Jacobson up to P4 in the Haas. Fake Mano, as we said, in P5. Yellow flags in Sector 2. We've got Gibbsy. Gibbsy's round in Sector 2. He's going to have to wait till all the cars have got past him. And don't blink in that McLaren. He's round as well, all the way down into P20 potentially. Yes, don't blink. The reserve driver for the McLaren team, who'd done so well in qualifying, all the way down to P20. Very close though now, having a little look his AK. Patience is the key in this part of the track. Moves taken in Sectors 2 and the back end of Sector 3 can be terminal. Here we go then, down the straight, beautiful camera angle, Maud. AK, Ketchen, Semtex. Are we going to see AK make a move? He dips to the inside. Is he going to make a move to the inside? He is. We've also got Ketchen and Semtex getting closer, and Maud gets a bit squirrely. That's going to allow Semtex and Ketchen perhaps to catch him. Too wide in Ketchen and Semtex, gone into turn 2. Can they keep it all the way through there to get into turn 3 and 4? I've got more than 120 friends in my friends list, therefore I can't catch anybody. Are we going to see a Haas making a move?
Don't let me get behind the AI. Oh, what a switchback. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a double overtake. Oh my gosh, dude. What a double overtake.
That might be a warning for Maud, as Moo Irons is closing in. And by the way, Ketchen and Don't Blink are so close. The Gibbsy Mobile isn't too far behind either. I think we'll stay on board as we go around the final corner. Let's see if anybody can make a move. Looks like good traction from Irons. DRS wide open. He's going to make a move on that inside. Is he? Yes, he is. Gets the job done. Oh, it's JB. What's happened with JB? Is it he had a mistake? JB is not on the track, sir. Don't come out yet, JB. Right, now you can come out. Yes, that is a big error from JB. That's going to cost him. He's got 3 seconds to his name, and he's going to have tyres hotter than the surface of the sun. We don't have a safety car at the moment, but that is a virtual safety car by the look of it. Into the pits. Into the pits comes Kermit. MB Jacobson, Fake Mano. So Fake Mano's going to have to double stack. Is that a mistake by the Red Bull? On go the hard tyres. 3 medium tyre runners stay out. J-Joe, Atmos and Com45. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners come in for hard tyres to take those tyres to the end. Here we go then. Semtex. On the back of AK, it's Alpine versus Aston Martin. I think we probably have to be within 4 tenths on this straight, so he's got a chance. Oh, a little bit too much oversteer though. He's lost a little bit of time, but it looks like AK lost time as well. Here we go then. ERS, DRS. The move is going to get done way before the apex. Great move by Semtex after actually getting a little bit out of shape on that final turn. If this gap stays the same throughout Sector 3, we might see ourselves a little bit of action going into Turn 1. So we'll stick on board with these guys. It's Fake Mano very close to the back of Chili Willy there. Like Chili Willy might have made a small mistake. Here we go then. Down the main straightaway. DRS wide open, no doubt, for the Williams and the Red Bull. The Williams switches to the outside. Can the Williams and Chili Willy go around the outside? All the way around the outside? No. Lansharky maintains the position just about.
All right, welcome to the 6th round. Is it the 6th round right now?
This is round 6.
Okay, good. I can count. Thank God. Welcome to the 6th round of the MRL No Assist Championship. We are here at Imola, and well, unfortunately, it did rain on F1's parade, but it isn't doing so here, so we can look forward to an exciting race. If it's half as exciting as last week, I'm going to be happy enough, because, wow, that was definitely one of the best races that I've ever had the pleasure of commentating, and if you guys want to see more in the future, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, etc., you know, feed the algorithm so that we can get more.
The usual YouTube spiel.
Yeah, that whole spiel. But yeah, going in, the championship is quite close, and we'll be able to take a look in a moment as we do a little bit of an overview. This is one of 6 counterclockwise tracks, so definitely quite unusual in comparison to the others. Braking zones are very difficult here, and rain could cause a lot of trouble as well. I do hope it rains, because it always allows for a good strategy. And the drivers to watch are Snowman, Chili, and Punchu, as well as, I would say, Drunken Shamrock, and as a sleeper, I would say Ketchen. Even though
I would also...
reserving.
Yeah, Ketchen reserving, he's quick. I would also say look out for Giants fan to see what he can do. He could always pull out some crazy stuff. And we'll be watching Punju from the back today, as he even said in Tier 1. He said to himself.
Yeah, so we'll enjoy watching him all the way in P20 for this entire thing. But
There you go.
what I do find really interesting is the standings. Just pulling them up real quick so you all can see it. Right now, Ferrari is leading. Honestly, even in the constructors, it's a very close between 6 teams right now, honestly. then you have the other 4 teams that are a good 30 points back. But you can see, of course, Ferrari leading the championship. At least they're leading something right now.
There you go.
Red Bull in second place. Not surprised. Alfa Romeo doing great. And then after that, basically 4 points separate, well, 5 points in total, technically, separate them. And the next 3 places, McLaren, Aston Martin, and Mercedes. And then you have Williams, Alpine, AlphaTauri, and Haas much further down.
Yeah.
But still, this constructors fight is staying close, as well as the drivers. Right now, I can safely say there are 4 drivers in contention. Moldy Dragon could potentially make it back, but that's a sizable gap right now. But Yellowstone is currently leading the standings. Chili Willy, after his and his teammates' DNF last week, lost out on a good few points, so is down by a good margin. Drunken Shamrock, who nearly won the race, lost a lot of points as well, and is currently in third. But if he can just keep up that pace and get the strategy right, then he'll be able to manage. But I mean, we've seen him fumble the strategy minorly in Coda, as well as in Portimao. And what I do find concerning is both of them involve wet weather. He just seems to not have as much confidence when it comes to the strategy. The wet weather pace, however, is quite good so long as he's in on soft tires.
Yeah. That was a major thing.
Yeah, and I would say definitely one to watch out for is JJo. He's always up to something during the race. He's either doing really well, or he's crashing, or he does some crazy type of strategy call that you wouldn't expect. Like, for example, overtaking the safety car, eating a 5-second penalty, and managing to come back to the end to get a P4.
Yeah. Well, here's a real question, Mage. Will we finally get to sing Freebird? Will we actually get to see a true showing from him today, or will it be more midfield again?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, you know how it is with Freebird. It only gets to the good part when you get to the guitar solo about halfway through, and we are at about the halfway point. So we may see it happen.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I just pissed off a lot of Freebird fans by saying the first half is not great. For some reason, I can't remember the name of the band that played Freebird. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh yeah.
I gotta look. I gotta look it up. That's it. I'm gonna feel stupid when I look this up.
I will agree. This is not the greatest timing for our European viewers right now. It's
Oh my god! Why
2
didn't I
a.m.
know this, Leonard Skinner?
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Why? I should have known that. I'm disappointed in myself.
If there's any Europeans watching at 2 a.m. right now, you're a true legend. I will say that.
If there's any Europeans watching at 2 a.m., please do yourself a favor. Go to sleep. But before you go to sleep, subscribe.
Yeah. We have 18 currently, so maybe we'll get going here in a moment.
19 now. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting in a few minutes. We're just waiting for a couple more people, but one way or another, we are gonna be starting very soon.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right. And one little thing for those racing fans who are on Xbox, Trackmania just came out recently, and it's entirely free. So you can go on Trackmania, and it's honestly a really fun racing game. It's really more like time trials, I guess you could say, but very fun. It does have a subscription service, but it's only $10 a year, so that's like nothing. Compared to, like battle passes, which is like $10 every 2 months or something like that.
Looks like we're readying up, Mage.
All right, we're finally going to be able to get underway.
Looks like 19 gyros were sadly one shy of a full grid. Are we praying for no rain?
I'm praying for rain. I would do the rain dance, but I am a terrible dancer, so.
Uh,
Alright, so as we're loading in, we'll take a look at the track map. I'm not about to attempt pronouncing the entire name of this Grand
Try
Prix,
it.
but
Try it.
no, I'm not doing it. I am not about to attempt. Okay, you know what? You know what? Screw it. Hang on. The Formula One Qatar Airways Gran Premio del Made in Italy del Emilio. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate that name so much. But at least I completely butchered that.
Oh my god, the Italian in me is mad. And I'm
Well,
comfortable
yeah,
in my discount.
you should be mad. Okay. I don't know why, but your camera is like bugging out right now.
My camera apparently disappeared. Let me check Discord. It's here on my end. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, we can take a look at the track map, the Autodromo and Enzo and Dino Ferrari. There we go. It has only a few corners around here, 19 in total, so not as much compared to other circuits. Yet, despite that, it's one of the most grueling circuits on the entire calendar. And well, you can see here, there's a lot of elevation changes, and the track is quite tight. Not a whole lot of elbow room, except down the main straight, of course, which is a main overtaking spot. I would say the other main overtaking spots would be the chicanes along the entire circuit. About 3 in total. Well, there's technically 4 chicanes, but there's 2 chicanes practically next to each other, so I don't necessarily. Well, no. It's the 3 chicanes. I was correct.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a Giants fan's going to lead us out here in
Yeah.
a dry qualifying.
Yeah, it's dry for the moment, but you can see the clouds are gathering quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see uh, some crazy changes during the race. But the reason why I say the chicanes are the best overtaking spots, well, obviously, if you can, you want to try and make the move down the DRS straight. But if not, you can always get alongside by the time you get to that first chicane and make a move. As for the second chicane, and the third chicane, they both have a pretty similar uh, theme where essentially if the driver in front of you struggles on the exit of the previous turn, you could try and throw your car alongside at the chicane. So like for example, Giants fan, if he struggles out of this turn right here and he just can't get up to speed, you could potentially get a run on him, get alongside. Obviously with this chicane, inside line is where you want to be, but in the second chicane I think the outside line is better because there is a little bit more room on the curb, but there, not so much. Well, I guess technically it would be the inside at the start of the chicane for both of them. But overtaking on the outside of the second chicane isn't a bad place to be, but trying to overtake on the outside of the third chicane, not really doable. Anyways, though, Giants fan is getting this lap started. Yeah, the curves around here are a little iffy. Some you could take with absolute zero issues, and then a couple others, I wouldn't really take that risk.
I do believe you are right. I do believe this is Santiago Robles' NA debut for the Alpine team today. We'll see what he can do.
Well, right now he seems to be off to a good start going through Sector 1. He's about to make his way through the second chicane here. And pretty well done. That is 24.255, and seemingly Purple Sector 1. And in comparison to Punju, 24.854, and Punju has already invalidated his first one.
I'm sure he's very happy about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I did get a weather report, Mage, and you'll like it.
Oh, okay.
Dry to wet.
Fantastic, just what we love to see. Giants fans sets a time to beat right now, 18.7. But we'll see how the other drivers compare. Benzo's getting started. Bejo is interestingly enough on medium tires, but he's kind of getting blocked in this last part of the lap. That's definitely going to hurt his lap time. He's going to be down a couple of seconds, actually, compared to the top time. And yes, Santiago already off to a really great start. 15.6. That's going to be enough for a top 10 time easily, I think.
Oh yeah, that should definitely be, because T1 was in 14 as pole, as J-Jo goes well off.
Yeah, he decided to pull Carlos Sainz and take a trip into gravel.
Luckily there was no Daniel Ricciardo there to commit murder.
Well, I mean, he was curious about the gravel, and so wanted to take Carlos with him for some experience, you know?
And J-Jo has found some more grass.
I mean, hey, that car, I would say, is a better lawnmower than race car, let's be real. Sorry,
Yellow
Mercedes
just goes up in
fans.
the P2.
Yeah, good lap, but he's still a little under a second down on that top time. Professional pole time should be around a 14.6. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, still, there could be a second found, potentially. We have Moon Midnight making his way. Oh, he just had a little bit of a moment there of oversteer. Had to kind of snap the car back into place as he's getting ready to finish up this lap. So now rounding that final corner, getting ready to cross the line. Where is Moon Midnight going to put his McLaren? He's going to put it just within the top 10, a couple tenths down on Benzo's lights and into P9. I'll be right back.
Not the best run in the world, but not the worst. I will say, though, with NA, with this season just far, it's been not as accurate with qualifying times. We usually are about a second off what T1 does prior to this, so we'll see. So maybe we'll be at a 15, a low 15, maybe a high 14 with whole time.
Okay.
But we'll see. Let's see what Gary does to the line. Gary's gonna go 119.2. That's only good enough for P11.
Wait, Charles Lee. Okay, that's Charles Lee in the chat. Where have I heard the name Charles Lee before?
I'm pretty sure that might be mod. Gary's also crashed and broken his front wing out of the chicane and is backing up on the track. And has found the gravel.
I mean, coincidentally, that's the name of a. I was correct. It's the name of a villain in Assassin's Creed 3. That's where I heard the name before.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 3. One of the weakest Assassin's Creed games. I'm sorry, but the protagonist sucked. Assassin's Creed 4 was way better because you were just a douchebag pirate the entire game. Anyways, instead of talking about Assassin's Creed, let's get back to F1. Whipples and Ketchin are making their way around. Whipples is making his way through Sector 2 now. Ketchin getting ready to finish up a lap. This is this team's home circuit, so he needs to perform well. And he did a great job, honestly, putting himself P8. And granted, he is on the medium tires. But is he using the number 21? Yes, he is.
Maybe?
Wait, isn't, No, I'm completely wrong here. DeVries isn't using that
There's
number.
no 21.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If I did pick a racing number, I would pick 84 or 21. And the only reason why I would pick 21 was because then I had an excuse to do a blackjack design on the helmet. You know what I'm talking about. Like that would be really cool.
Yep. It looks like we will have a full grid today. Nathan just joined us.
Yeah, he is able to join in time to. Well, Ketchin is disconnected. That's bad
We
news.
lost
I think
Ketchin.
isn't he? No, he's in the pits, but the AI may put him out on track.
He might be on Xbox, so I might be able to re-invite him. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, J-Joe is really having fun with the track limits here, and he's completely botched his lap. That's it. He's not improving. I will be amazed if he finds any improvement. How is he a second up and not invalidated? What?
Don't know.
J-Joe is just completely ignoring track limits.
Apparently.
Wow. That was ridiculous. He went completely off and rejoined, somehow didn't get invalidated. Let's see how much he's gonna be able to improve. Crossing the line. I mean, yeah, that's a 13th, but he could definitely set a better time if he didn't go off the track like he did.
Yep. Can't catch him back. He's on PC.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have Sako going really wide as well. Is that just the ideal line to go completely off the track in that corner?
I've seen a lot of people doing that. How's that not invalidated? Hold on, what?
Yeah, like people are just absolutely abusing the track limits around here.
2.2.
Well, we're now following along with Drunken Shamrock. Let's see if he's also going to do that. They just seem to be abusing Turn 9's track limits. Santiago improves. Wow. Okay, Drunken Shamrock. No, he stays within the limits.
Sako dropped 3.8 seconds to get the 16th. That's a nice sector.
Yeah, Drunken Shamrock is really tying up this lap quite well. Now, his teammates down in P14, and I think Movement Knight could find some improvement. Puncher's actually doing quite well. He's in P7.
I just noticed that. I was like, wait a minute, he's not in last. What's happening?
Yeah, I was checking for his name down at the bottom. Turns out that is not the case, but Drunken Shamrock, he's not going to get pole position, but he is going to be just ahead of Punchu now.
Yeah, we had to bring him up.
Actually, he may not be ahead of him for long. Punju is improving, and he's nearly 3/10 up. If he finds just another 10th, he could be ahead of Drunken Shamrock. He seems to be doing really well with this circuit. Must suit him.
It must be. And he's got enough fuel to finish this run. I thought for a moment he might have been on an in lap, but I was mistaken.
No, he's got more than enough fuel. Maybe a little bit too much, actually. He could be putting in way more. Yeah, he improves and gets back ahead of Drunken Shamrock.
But he's got to look out behind because he's got Anthony Jenkins right behind and might have just been impeded by a car exiting the pits. Because he's immediately backed out.
Yeah, right now Yellowstone is behind Chile, which isn't good news for him. He does have an 11-point advantage on him, but, you know, when it comes to Formula One, every single point matters. Just look at 2007 as a more recent example.
Punju just did a Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, you mean?
Going straight off through the gravel at the hairpin and went to the wall.
Ugh.
He's still driving, which is a good thing, but...
Yeah, I have to say it is still unfortunate that they had to cancel the real-life race, but, you know, all things considered, I'd rather have them not race in a massive swimming pool. Also, the fact that, you know, obviously they were in the race, you would have to have emergency services there, and, you know, I'd rather have those emergency services helping the people in the general area instead of being there for a little parade of cars.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think that's a little bit more high priority. Honestly, oh wow, Nathan must be struggling on his tires. Something went wrong with him there. Like his car just completely skidded. That was crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I think Formula One has really handled this entire thing very well. You know, they promptly canceled the race. This circuit offered full refunds. And F1 streamed 3 different races entirely for free onto YouTube, which was the 2005 San Marino GP, Imola 2021, as well as Monaco 2008.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's honestly quite respectable. I'm genuinely
With
impressed
Wilson's
that
one,
they handled it as well as they did, because I expected them to screw it up.
Benzo retired.
Did he retire on track? I think he
He
retired on...
retired on track.
Why did he retire on track?
Oh no.
Well, at least his car is out of the way.
Yeah. I will say there was a funny joke in chat by JTB Drippin. They should have raced boats. Probably could have gone well. Daniel Ricciardo probably could have won the race.
I mean, they could race boats, but I mean, we already have 2 Mercedes cars out on track. I think that's already enough boats.
Well, I feel like Daniel will get his next win if they race some boats.
Hey, I don't know. He drove that 2022 McLaren. We didn't see a single win from him.
21, he got the win.
Well, yeah, that
It
McLaren
was
was not...
sailboat.
No, that car was a rocket. That car was absolutely a rocket. I mean, it's why it did so well at Monza and Austria. Like, wow. I wish McLaren was that good again, but I don't think they will until they get that wind tunnel up and running.
Midnight's going a bit slow on this run. He's about 11 seconds down through the first 2 sectors. Maybe he can improve on this next.
And I think he's given up and he's going to go for a new flyer right now. That's why he saved up a bit of ERX. Yeah, he's sending it now.
Freebird's dropped a few tenths.
Yeah. A little over 2 minutes left to go, so everybody's going to start running out on track. What has happened? Why is there Alfa Romeo almost entirely stopped? Okay.
Maybe leaving the pits and letting people by?
Yeah, but there is a risk with something like that. It's very easy to get disqualified for blocking the pit lane, as that had happened to me because they had to wait for a lot of traffic to go through.
Didn't it happen at Hungary?
No, not Hungary, though that also is a long pit lane exit. I think it was...
No, I'm talking about NA. Didn't that also happen in Hungary? Like, someone got DQ'd for that?
Yes, you're right.
Oh, Whipple's just retired.
What happened to Whipple's? Wait, did he retire in the pits?
That might have been pits.
He retired in the pits simply because, well, there's no point. There isn't enough time to go for a run. But yet, despite that, that's a Ferrari of Yellow Snowman coming out on track.
I think that's also Punju coming out on track.
I mean, Yellow Snowman's going to make it. He'll be cutting it close. He's going to push 100% of the way. Same case with Punju. Balama is retired in the pits. And just as he did so, Movement Knight beat him and is now up to P11. You can see Drunken Shamrock is taking a little bit of time, but 2 cars behind can't afford to do that if they want to make it in time. They're going to be cutting it a little close. Wait, that's an Aston Martin going really slowly. Oh, Muirons is getting ready to go.
You're probably just queuing up.
Yeah, he's queuing up to go for one more run.
What's the Alpha doing?
Well, he's not going to be able to find a whole lot of it. Yeah, he's going to go into the pits. Stuff like Taco's done. His best time is going to be P16, and J-Jo is on an outlap. Hey, how is he going to make it?
I don't know. He will.
He's going to be starting out at P18.
Punju might make it, though. Punju might make it.
I don't know why J-Jo even went out. He's not going to make it.
I think Punju and Yellow might just make it.
Yeah, they'll be cutting it close, and they'll make it. J-Jo won't. I don't know why he waited so long.
They both made it. I don't see a checkered flag yet.
Oh, it's over. J-Jo's done. I don't know why he did that. That was...
I don't know. How close was J-Joe? He was close, but not close enough.
Yeah, like, you don't cut it that close. Because something like that is doomed to happen, and now Jado is doomed to P18.
Nathan just popped up at P2.
Oh, are we about to see an Alpine 1-2? Okay, wait.
Maybe, no, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know.
I've noticed this
Chili Spud,
before.
he's done.
Have you noticed this with the two Alpines? Look at one and look at the other. The paint
Oh, I
on
know.
one seems to be brighter than the... No? Okay.
That was the light. Chili was
Yeah.
0.3 up and was on for P2 and spun.
You know, I think I noticed... I remember seeing that with one of the car pairs. I think it was the Aston Martin car pairs, where one car was strangely brighter than the other.
Mm-hmm. Drunken might be pushing the line here. Can we see a move from Drunken up?
Yeah, he moves up to P8 just ahead of Punju, and Punju won't be
Who's
able to
invalid?
improve. Yep, because he invalidated.
This is the grid.
Yep, this is the grid indeed. It's an Alpine 1-2. And I gotta say, really happy for them because, let's face it, they're never gonna do this well in real life. So, Santiago...
Unless it's endurance racing.
Yeah, Santiago on pole, Nathan joining his teammate on the front row, followed by Chili and Whipple's Giants fan. That's actually a really good qualifying from Williams as well, P4 and P5. And then Giants fan Yellow Snowman, Anthony Jenkins, Drunken Shamrock, Punju, Moldy Dragon on the 5th row, followed up by Benzo and Ketchin, Moo Midnight and Balam, Norm Bash and Gary, Moom, Irons and Sako and J-Joe, and Freebird all the way to the back.
I will say this is impressive performance by Alpine, who currently sit P8, but 2 reserve drivers are in today.
I mean,
So maybe
hey,
that's the recipe for success.
maybe you should make him full-time. Maybe.
Maybe.
I gotta say, though, I'm always impressed by J-Joe because he always finds a way to completely clutch or completely throw, and there's, like, no in-between with him. He
I
pulls...
feel like that's.
Hmm?
I feel like the same with Epic Wins, just finding a way not to finish.
Well, yeah, although Epic Wins doesn't have the same clutch factor that J-Joe has. Sorry, man.
But it is going to be dry to wet, so this will be very exciting. So, depending on where it is, you could do a multitude of things: hard to enter, medium enter, soft enter.
Well, yeah, it really depends on when it rains. If it rains really
Yeah.
early on, we're going to see a lot of soft tires, obviously. Halfway...
There'd be a lot of soft and mediums.
Yeah. I mean, I think even if it's in, like, 6 laps, I think the mediums would be a better option because those softs die off really quick here.
Well, I would say medium is good for the front. I would not say the back.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
back,
but
I would
for
see
the...
a lot of softs.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you're further back, it's more... It's easier to make risky strategies like that. Like McLaren and Miami. They made a gamble on the soft tires. Now, obviously, it didn't pay off, but they were that far back, so why not go for it? You don't have much to lose. Yeah, it's already overcast right now.
T-post, mate, T-post.
Why? Why?
The streak continues.
It's just like this every single time. Every single
It's
time.
gonna be like
we
this till the
see it.
game. Oh god, someone readied up immediately. Their strategy's screwed.
Yes, someone is completely screwed up there. Everybody's going to be scrambling to get their setups done as quickly as they can, and there may be a couple of drivers who maybe left for a minute to go do something. This is bad news, but we're going to go in.
Didn't we have that last week? Like someone just did not go and caused a massive shunt?
Yeah, yes. Well, oh, actually, I think
It
it
was
was
a
at Miami.
Ferrari.
It was at
Oh
Miami,
yeah, it was Miami.
Here we go.
Oh,
5
here we
red
go.
lights coming on under the cloudy skies of Imola. And it lights on, away we go. Okay, everybody did remain here. That's good news. Santiago makes a good getaway. Maybe not for long, though. His teammate is going to be challenging him towards the front. That is an incident near the back. We saw a little bit of a front wing go flying up in the air. But Nathan beats his teammate into the lead. Brilliant move from him.
There's debris everywhere. There's Alfa Romeo off. It's Sacco.
Oh, Sacco's all the way down. Midnight's out! That's going to be a safety car.
VSC.
Oh, wow. Kind of surprised. He's
Sort of off. Who did he take with him? Norm Bash.
No, and J-Joe having another brilliant start.
Safety.
Yeah, okay, there it is. I figured it would be a full, considering the car is on the track crash. JJ having another brilliant start all the way up to P13 already. Like seriously, if he qualified well, and he had starts like that, he'd be in the top 5 by lap 1.
Oh, yeah.
Well, by the end of lap 1. Like, that's ridiculous.
I will say, for the race start, I'm glad we got a safety car because that needed to be. I was watching further back. There were end plates and front wings flying everywhere. I'm surprised we didn't get one called earlier.
Oh yeah, I saw the end plates. I mean, I don't see why an end plate would cause...
I'm more saying VSC than that.
I honestly don't think even a VSC for pieces of debris, unless, you know, we had strict safety car, but we don't. I think it's actually
Norbash was straight on.
What?
Norbash forgot how to brake for a corner. He just went straight on through the chicane.
Yeah, disappointing day for Move Midnight. Yeah, Norbash is gonna have to go into the pits. Only Dragon goes in as well as Benzo. Yeah, I wanted to comment on the run down into turn 2, but unfortunately we didn't really get that time. What I'm worried about though now is because we started so quickly, maybe there's a couple of drivers who didn't get their setup on the way they wanted, didn't get their strategy the way they wanted.
Normbash retired.
Yeah, I think it was really disappointed in himself because of that incident. Or
well, I wouldn't even say that. It might just be he might have had major damage because it is a sim damage league.
I was about to say just that. I was going to say, or he suffered severe damage that made the car undrivable, which would explain why he completely failed braking.
Yeah. Which, looking at that, I was like, he had part of his front wing left from what I saw, so I was like, a little out of character. But look at the tires. I think we still have a wild terrain because I'm seeing mediums and hards throughout the grid.
Oh yeah, so I think it's going to be, if I had to guess, lap 18. What's your guess?
15. This is a bit... These tire choices are a bit out of character for a lap 8 rain.
Well, I said lap 18.
Oh, I heard 8. I was like, what the heck?
No, 18. No.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I heard 8. I was like, what the
No, not that soon. I mean, if these guys all went on hard tires when it was going to rain lap 8, I will be calling half of them idiots, I'm going to be honest.
I don't think half of them being called idiots is the right move here, Mage, on that scenario.
Well, let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
it's
7.
It's over half the grid.
8. No, that's 10 drivers on hard. I was correct.
It's still over half the grid left.
Well, okay, over half the grid left, but I mean,
it's only by 1, but still.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to see if they show. I mean, the big gainer is really JJo. I just looked at positions gained.
Yeah, he's up at P11 now. Again, like, why doesn't he qualify better? It's infuriating.
Well, he qualifies great in what is he, race tier 2?
Yeah, I feel like he intentionally throws half the time and then unintentionally throws the other half of the time when it comes to qualifying this tier.
I also feel like, and this goes for most of these drivers do this for fun, so they're not taking it as seriously with like trying on those quali runs.
Yeah, you know? I wish we saw more of that because, like, again, last week, super competitive, super fun.
Well, I was just about to get to that. I think they tried during the racing part of it, but I think they also just aren't gonna worry about, oh, I need another 100th here or 100th there on the quali run.
Okay, well, it was super overcast, but now the sun's starting to come back out. What is going on?
And we're going in.
Okay, so Nathan's going to be the one leading them off. He needs to make a good getaway if he wants to win this race. Obviously, he doesn't want to fight his teammate too hard. It's going to be a disadvantage for the both of them because we still have Chili and Yellow Snowman as well as Drunken Shamrock all right behind. And obviously, these three are in contention for the title. So they are not going to be holding back whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, the question is Nathan in communication with Santiago when he's going to go?
Well, we'll see. Nathan is also in contention for the title. Oh, wow, he makes a pretty good getaway. Santiago, not so much, though. He's got Chili right behind. And Chili, if he does manage to outbrake him, might be able to go for a dive. Actually, never mind. I think
it's too far
Santiago is
back.
running a little less downforce than Chile. Because we did see him pull away at least slightly.
From what I saw, Santiago was just draining the battery.
That may also be the case. I wouldn't want to drain too much, though, immediately out the gate. Meanwhile, Drunken Shamrock is in a Williams sandwich. He's trying to get past Whipples while getting harassed by Giants fan behind. And at the same time, Gary is trying to make a move on Balam, but he can't get a strong enough exit, and then wants Balam to get ahead as the Aston Martins are duking it out as well.
While that was happening, Chili found his way by. It's now an Alpine sandwich.
Yeah, JJ took the P10, getting past his teammate. And Gary now completes the move on Balam. Balam struggling a little bit. Moldy Dragon might take advantage here, but he can't get alongside enough by the chicane. Balam remains ahead. Yeah, fortunate for Santiago, because now Nathan doesn't have a rear gutter anymore, and he's quite vulnerable. As now Taco gets ahead of the Red Bull of Benzo, and we see the two Red Bulls running in last, the complete opposite of IRL. Well, never mind, Taco completely messed up his braking, and that allowed Benzo to squeeze right back.
See if Reaper can even catch up to him. Right now it's 3/10.
Whipple's doing really well right now. He's putting the moves on Yellow Snowman. He manages to get ahead. Drunken Shamrock notices an opportunity, but he can't get past. And Giants fan is in on this too, as well as Punju. We're having a really exciting battle back here, and I have a feeling it might end in tears. But Punju is still fighting here, wanting to get past the McLaren.
Yellow went off.
Oh no, that's really bad news for him, because right now he's ahead in the championship, but at the moment, he's going to lose that lead if the positions remain as they are. I mean, Punty talked about how he's going to be struggling in P20 the whole time, but right now he is fighting hard for P8. Oh, but he went off a little bit wide there. That might leave him vulnerable to Yellow Snowman, but he is not close enough for the moment.
That probably gave him a warning, though, which he does not want to start getting warnings on lap 5 of 32 with rain on the way.
Oh, yeah, actually, I was going to bring that up. I do think you're exactly right on that, and I have a feeling we're going to see plenty of drivers getting some time penalties. Meanwhile, right now, Benzo is doing quite well. He's made up a few places and is now up to P14. He got a podium last week in Portugal, and I think that was a nice boost to his confidence. And now he's going to get a nice boost of speed thanks to DRS being enabled in the next lap. Though he may not need it to make a move on the AlphaTauri of Balam.
Oh! JJ and Yellow just made contact at the chicane.
Oh, that's bad news for Yellow. He's going to lose a couple more spots, but JJ recovers well. But now he's going to have to fight his teammate, but he doesn't want to risk that and backs out. Oh, he goes wide into the gravel. That's Gary getting past, and he has to save the car. But he's losing a ton of places now while trying to recover. He's all the way down to P17. All of that work that he did to try and gain has almost entirely been lost. From rags to riches, back down to rags again.
Yeah, unfortunate. Giants fan. Well, actually, we have a battle for Williams in P4.
Yeah, Williams up now, again, doing very well, although Alpine is doing marginally better. You can see the massive gap from the top 3 down to 4th with 6 seconds in total.
That, to me, is hilarious. The P8 and P7 teams are up in the top 5 with all their cars.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a massive boost in the Constructors' Championship, and suddenly this entire thing is flipped on its head all over again. Meanwhile, Yellow Snowman, after having lost so much time in so many positions, is going to be desperate to just try and get back into the points. Meanwhile, Drunken Shamrock, who typically fights for wins, is stuck in the midfield with Punju harassing him. Punju getting ready to make a move with the McLaren. Oh, he couldn't make the move entirely. But this is bad news for Drunken. He has no ERS left. Absolutely none. Punju has over half a tank left on that. So he's going to be packing a whole lot more power in comparison to the McLaren. He needs to try and save up, but he's also desperate to just get past this AlphaTauri and get free of this harassing him from behind.
I think Punji right now is just saving it up, letting them duke it out so that he could be up there and making maybe a double move.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's smart on him to just wait for an opportunity to pounce, and that opportunity almost came right there as Drunken Shamrock struggled with that chicane. But coming up, Ketchin actually has a bit of ERS in comparison to Drunken Shamrock's nearly none. So we'll see what's going to happen in just a moment between these three cars. Drunken Shamrock,
Very interesting.
yeah, Drunken Shamrock's really close right now. That opening of DRS is going to help. A punch is coming up fast. He gets past the McLaren. Can he get past the AlphaTauri as well? Sweeping around the outside in turn 2. Punju gets ahead into the gravel. Oh no! And all that work was for nothing. Oh, and he's now outside of DRS range. He needs to try and get that back. He goes into the gravel again. Oh, I hate to see it. That was so brilliant.
Giants fans off.
Yeah, that wasn't brilliant from him, and that's going to allow Punja to get past. He's now up to P7. And now Punja's down by a lot. He's almost 2 seconds down. He needs to try and get that time back.
The one good thing for Punju right now, he's in a good spot. Well, he goes off again. That's not very good. But Drunken and Ketchin are fighting right now, so this will make his job of catching up a little bit easier.
Yeah, he's already catching up quite well. What is going on? Yellow Snowman just got overtaken by Moldy Dragon. I think Yellow Snowman may be dealing with some kind of damage after his collision. Oh, Yellow Snowman is making the move back. He's gotten past and back into the points places. Santiago sets the fastest lap. As the battle continues between the top 3 of the 2 Alpines and the Alfa Romeo stuck in the middle. Right now, nobody is able to make a move just yet, but it's interesting. They said it was going to rain, right? It was completely overcast at the start. Now, it's honestly quite pleasant.
Moldy just got by, but I have some bad news about Yellow Snowman.
Yep.
He has major side pod damage. When
I knew it.
He had a contact with J-Jo, he had a moment the chicane drilled him right at the apex with his front wing and his side pod.
Yeah, and this is really bad news for him because, like I said, he's leading the championship. If he loses right now, oh, is he really going to pull off this move?
Oh,
extremely.
Time penalty.
Oh, Nathan, he's got a time penalty, but he's up in the lead. That's a really massive penalty because right now, if they finish with these times, he's going to be down to 3rd. And right now, Nathan...
Chili's cheering.
Yeah, Nathan is potentially in this title fight as well, despite being a reserve. He is close enough to be within contention.
Who's that? Did Iron just spin? He did. Iron's down now all the way to plumb last at P18. Let's see if he can rebound, but he's got a lot of work he has to do.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Nathan, he is P4 in the championship, despite being a reserve. He might as well just go full-time at this point.
There's major contact! Yellow and Moldy!
Oh, that's bad news for Yellow Snowman. He's going to go in. Moldy Dragon. Yeah, I think Yellow's going to retire. I think his car is going to be too severely damaged at this point. This full safety car could play into the hands of the entire runners should they want to make a strategy change. Yeah, J-Jo is going in. He's going to be doing a... Oh, no, he already pitted.
I'm going to do some math real quick while we're under SC, so just give me a moment.
Okay, great, because I'm bad at math.
Math or other word that's similar that has a different letter?
No, I'm bad at both, I guess you could say. I'm no Walter White.
All right.
I'm glad I'm not, to be honest.
Okay, so here's a little bit of math for you. So right now, if Chile were to get the win as they're pitting under SC,
Top figure pitting.
Yeah.
Interesting choices here. Wait, are they
I
all
believe they're
going...
going on mediums.
Oh, Santiago's going to lose some time because he got
Chile's
stuck on
going
the
hards.
scene. What is going on?
Are we going dry to the end?
Maybe. If so, that's kind of disappointing.
Yep. But if Chile does get the win, as he's not sitting at right now, but if he were to, Yellow Snowman would have to finish P3 to still hold the championship lead.
Yeah, speaking of the lead, Giants fan is holding that now, but he is on used hard tires compared to fresh mediums with Nathan right behind. So I think Giants fan is going to fall down the ladder quite a bit once we get back going.
I would say, though, from what I'm seeing, if this held with Giants fan, this throws him sort of up into the championship battle a little bit.
Oh,
Be a
yeah.
lot of work to do, an outside chance, but he would be right back up there because right now he's looking P5 in championship after this if this holds.
Yeah, that's true, but it's the definition of an uphill battle for that.
Which hill are you talking about? There's many hills on this track, Mage.
Aqua Minerale? That.
Fair enough. We'll go with that.
Aqua Minerale is the only named corner I know around here. I'm terrible with corner names, so I just go by the numbers.
But here, there's most tracks where there's a few tracks where I know the corner names, aka Monza.
Like in Silverstone, I know cops. Or
I know a few more than cops.
let's just say Skyports had a very Merry Christmas. If you know, you know. I still can't believe they did that. That was terrible.
Yeah. I will say it is a shame that we don't have it on the calendar this year.
Oh yeah.
I just find there's such good racing whenever any league, for that matter, goes there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's Silverstone. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's like going
it's still
to,
not a bad calendar.
It's like going to an ice cream shop and getting chocolate or vanilla ice cream. You can't go wrong with either of those. You really can't.
Yeah.
Unless you hate both those flavors, in which case you're a terrible person.
Stefan, I'm gonna call you. Right?
Wait, he doesn't like chocolate or vanilla ice cream?
No, he doesn't like Silverstone.
Oh.
Remember how he keeps saying, like, we don't know if we're going to do Silverstone, Belgium, Monza.
Well, Belgium I understand, because the infrastructure is terrible.
Well, no, he keeps saying that every year for all three. It would be a
Well,
package deal,
Silverstone
is what
and
he's saying.
Monza's infrastructure is also terrible, to be honest. Silverstone, though, is quite good. I don't know why he hates that one, but the other two I fully understand, because they're both in terrible condition. And what they need is for someone with enough money to throw around and just go in and invest heavily in it. And
Jeff Bezos?
No. I'd rather not have Jeff Bezos do anything like that.
He has enough money?
Yeah, and then he's going to turn the paddock into a giant Amazon warehouse.
Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it looks like...
I disagree. Seriously, anyone who I've known who has worked at Amazon says it is the worst working conditions they've ever experienced.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's that bad. But anyways, enough about Amazon. We're getting back to racing. As Giants fan makes a pretty good getaway and is going to be able to pull nicely ahead. Santiago gets the advantage on Benzo, who completely gave up that position. Wait.
Illegal overtake.
Oh, yeah, that was absolutely an illegal overtake. Santiago was a little too eager, but he's going to try and stay alongside to fight this back into turn 2. Can he get ahead of the Red Bull? That's a Williams swung around. Oh, Whipple's just completely fallen off. And Santiago does pull off the move, but Whipple's, oh, man. He just completely went off there, outbraked himself. Meanwhile, Punchu makes a move on Drunken Shamrock and Freebird. Oh, what a move from Punchu. He's up to P6 now.
Is it bad I just noticed Freebird is in the top 10?
Well, you're saying that now. And that may not be for long. As the Aston Martin move, Irons gets alongside in the head. What a gutsy overtaking spot. Saku doing the same around the outside. Freebird is struggling heavily. As now Balam is looking to make a move on him as well. Drunken Shamrock gets a 3-second time penalty. That is Gary getting past 2 people. What an overtake.
Wow.
These drivers are absolutely gutsy, and I'm loving them for it right now. This is the kind of fight we want to see. J-Jo gets up past Balama into P15. Meanwhile,
Mage,
Anthony...
good news.
Oh, what's going on?
Sorry. It's cloudy.
Drunken Shamrock pitted. Why?
It's cloudy.
Well, wait, why
I don't
is
know
he
why he
pitting?
pitted.
Does he have damage? That's the only reason why. Unless he's going for entries now, it's
Yeah,
going to be a...
damage. Damage, medium tires.
Honestly, if I were... Unless it was a puncture, if I were him, I would have stayed out because it seems to be raining soon. And I would just, you know, ride it out and then get on the enters.
Yeah, that's what I would do, but it also depends how bad the wing damage was. I never got to see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's Ketchy getting past Anthony Jenkins, while at the same time, Illusomi getting past Freebird. Freebird now in danger of losing yet another position. It's J-Jo. Oh, Freebird just completely gave that up. Freebird is completely falling apart right now.
Oh, speaking of falling apart, his car's apart.
Well, that's going to
That's
be a
me.
safety car. That's going to be a full safety car.
Red flag? Red flag?
Next game.
It would have been a red flag, though, let's be honest.
Well, hey, this is good news for Giants fan. If he wants, he's got a free stop and a good gap behind.
We're also entering your rain prediction window.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Giant fan is pitting.
I'm watching him.
It
watching.
isn't the wet tires. It is very early, but
Well,
we saw
gambles
Benzo.
have paid off.
We saw Benzo make a ridiculous play like that, and he got a podium from
Speaking
it.
of Benzo, he's in the pits. I see grooves.
He's on
It's
the
enters.
enters. Oh my God,
They're
Benzo!
doing it.
Oh, this is what we love to see. We love to see the gambling here. This is where it's gonna get exciting. Drunken Shamrock.
Please tell me, Moldy, you're doing the same. Please don't.
Drunken
Yes,
Shamrock.
Moldy, wait.
Let's see if he's gonna learn.
No.
Drunken Shamrock may go into the pits.
Moldy did not follow suit. God dang it.
Drunken Shamrock stays out.
Oh, dang it. Not again.
Oh, this is what we love to see. We saw this last week. We saw this gamble happen before last week. And it paid off so well for the Red Bull driver. I think it might pay off again because this weather is starting to look rough.
For a second, I thought you were saying you'd love to see Drunken not pitting to screw him over.
Oh, no. I mean, I want to see him pit and actually not screw himself over. But it seems that is not happening.
I don't see any signs of rain yet. I mean, obviously, Giants fan and Benzo will be taking these laps slow, so they're not going to kill their tires, but they need rain to start. They need rain to start. Jesus, I can't speak English. In the next minute or so.
Yeah, but you can still see a little bit of patches of blue sky. It is a little bit early right now, but there is enough time to go around for one more lap. But again,
You say that. I don't see blue sky anymore.
A couple of little patches here and there. It's very, very minuscule, but it's there.
I just saw one, so yeah, there's very few fine patches. Oh, pit stops. Do we see more enters?
I think we are. J-Jo's pitting, and as well as a few others. Is Drunken Shamrock in a pit? Yes, he is! Okay. Drunken Shamrock, if you're listening and you're going to the enters, thank you.
Enters.
Yeah. Whoa,
Full wets for J-Jo.
What is he doing?
Is it gonna be that bad immediately?
It might be that bad. I mean...
Whiffles.
Whiffles whiffed it. He picked the wrong tire on accident, I think. If I'm speculating.
Speculations?
Well, yeah, I do think he whiffed it.
It might be the same with J-Jo. I don't know if he truly wanted to go wets off the start.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be interesting. Drunken Shamrock, though, thank you.
Ooh, struggling.
Yeah, J-Jo is struggling. He's got off the track and he's going to lose a position for it.
Which is a legal overtake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's the same reason why Sergio Perez got a penalty for retaking his position under safety car.
Yeah. Which also was that Imola.
Yep. That's why I brought it up.
Actually, you want to know the funny thing, Mage? It was the same corner, same section.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He went off right. Oh, Jesus! Nathan just messed up drastically!
Oh, no. Wait, who's got damage? Oh,
I think no, Nathan does. He's missing a left end plate.
well, Nathan, this might be a. Oh, Nathan might as well just go to the pits, get that wing damage get that damage fixed, and get a set of intermediate tires. Go ahead and take that
He,
risk.
he stayed on track, so he was able to retake second. I don't know if he will retake first or not.
Oh, he's choosing to stay out. Oh, no, Nathan doesn't have any damage actually. It appears to be
Oh,
fine.
that might have been a visual glitch on my end for a second.
No,
My bad.
I saw it
No,
too.
he has it.
Um,
Oh, rain! I just saw it.
are you sure? Oh, you're right.
Yes.
It is. It's absolutely raining now. Well, looks like for the guys who risked the intermediate tires, it paid off. And I was just one lap off of my prediction. So I was close. If the safety car hadn't happened, it probably would have been lap 18.
Yeah. So I mean, I would assume Giants fan is sitting provisional P1.
Oh yeah, again, and Benzo, again, he made that gamble in Portugal. He made it again here. And guess what? It's gonna pay off massively for him.
Oh, yeah.
I expect the top 9 to just immediately throw their car into the pits.
Oh, I think you have to.
Oh yeah, it seems to be the only.
We don't know how long the rain is gonna last. Though.
And
That's
well,
the only
yeah,
thing.
and here's the great news for all those on enters. Yeah, it was a little bit of a gamble, but now you're going to have a massive gap one way or the other. Either these drivers are going to have to go around one full lap and potentially lose a ton of time, or they're going to go in right now and lose a ton of time. Meanwhile,
Benzo makes it to talk to us. I will bring up we have to bring up the fact that he's done this back-to-back weeks now.
I mean, it's good strategy, genuinely.
It's perfect strategy.
I mean, everybody else is playing checkers while he is playing chess.
It's the other way around, Mage.
No. I said everybody else is playing
am I just
checkers
tripping?
while he is playing chess.
You're right. I'm just tripping. My bad.
Yeah, you are tripping. But we'll see if Chili prints out this race start as we get back underway. Looks like he didn't, but
Everyone's staying. Oh nope, Balloom's going in.
yeah, Belong's going in. He's on hard tires, so I don't blame him. Whipple's choosing to keep going on this soft tires. Now, it did start raining, but it's only by a minuscule amount, but you can already
no
see
grip.
these drivers are struggling on this track. It was almost 3 wide for a moment, as the fight continues for the lead between these 3 cars. Santiago's gonna make the move on the outside. Poncho gets a time penalty. Santiago, can he find a way past and get back ahead into second? No, he can't. Poncho, meanwhile, is gonna try and hold on, but he's actually fighting quite well. And at the same time, Whipples overtakes Moo Irons. And Circuit Shamrock is gonna now try and get past Whipples here. Can he make it past? Yes, he does. Yeah, I mean, the rain is only sprinkling right now, so dry conditions are still a little doable for the moment. But you can see the rain
You
is
say
starting
that,
to...
but Nathan just went off.
I was about to say the rain is starting to pick up more, so it's going to be more noticeable as time goes on. We don't see any puddles or anything on the track just yet, but still, it's definitely going to be struggling for grip.
What's Alpine gonna do here? You got 2 cars up in the top 3. They're both staying out.
Seems almost all of them are staying out. Zako isn't, though. He's going in.
I would say that's a smart decision, especially with the conditions getting worse.
Oh yeah, and I think we are starting to see a little bit of a pace difference. You can see Giants Fan and Benzo are up to P8 and P9 now. But, I mean, you can see they are closing the gap, but not insanely quickly. So, we're still kind of just right in that in-between zone where it's still dry enough that the dry tires work, but the wets are also working quite well.
You say that, but in a matter of 2 corners, they found a way to get from 8
Well-
tenths to right onto the gearbox of yellow.
Well, yeah, but I would expect him to, like, get even closer to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can still work with the slicks, but the Inters are on the advantage now.
Yeah.
He's going to try and make a move up to the chicane, watch. He's going to go for it. Yep, there it is. I mean,
That was
I
pretty
figured
cut
he
and
would.
dry.
Yeah, oh yeah, I figured he was gonna get a better exit due to the inter tires, and sure enough, it's exactly what happened. Giants fan is at the P7 and could be on the way to winning this race at this point. Meanwhile, the Alpines, who's gonna pit? Who's gonna be the first to go?
Chili thought about it.
Yeah, he had a moment where he's like, maybe I
Gary's
should.
in.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these drivers are continuing
So
to
is
spin
Yellow
up.
Moldy.
Well, these drivers are all going in now, and Drunken Shamrock is now at the P10. Oh, it's a
Sacco.
5-second time penalty. That's brutal. On the bright side, he could serve it if he goes in to get inter tires, literally right now. Oh, yeah, he has to go in. He's struggling on these soft tires now. Meanwhile, the two Alpines are going to duke it out. Oh, Santiago thought he could make it past his teammate, but couldn't pull it off. Actually, is the sun out?
I don't see the sun.
There was a little bit of a sun glare off the back of the Alpine for a moment. Yeah, there it is.
I don't see it, but they're definitely struggling on these tires.
Yeah, Giants fan is continuing to close the gap, but right now the rain is only a light drizzle, but you can still see it starting to affect the track more and more. It's not looking so dry anymore.
No.
I really think these Alpines have managed as long as they could. If both of them pit, it's going to be a bad move. Right as I say that. Right as I say that. Yeah. Santiago is going to get ruined now because he's going to be right behind his teammate and he's going to have to wait for him to switch tires, and that's going to cause him to lose position to Chile. And a few
I
others.
think it's more than just Chili. I think he's also losing to Punju.
Yeah, so Santiago's pitting. Oh my god, Santiago is down to P10. Oh, yeah, he's lost out to Chile and Ponju. Yeah, if I were him, I probably would have bared with it for another lap and then gone in. To at least avoid the
I would have
track.
gone in the lap earlier.
Yeah, ideally that, but you can see the track is extremely wet now, and everybody's on wet tires, so there's no point in viewing the tires anymore, so we're going to look at the penalties. As Molly Dragons ahead of Wimples. So right now, Giants fan has a good gap and is leading the race. Benzo is back on the podium thanks to a killer strategy call, and Ketchin is chasing right behind. Ketchin doing really well for himself right now at AlphaTauri's home track. Meanwhile, Ferrari is,
In the mud.
well, yeah, just like IRL.
You just live to give me pain, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, how's McLaren doing? Oh, penalties.
Well, they're P4, higher than any McLaren should be right now. Well, IRL, that is.
Punju has 6 seconds. I was talking about him getting those warnings earlier.
Yeah, this is bad news for him, because with the gap, he's going to be out of the points. After fighting so hard to stay in the points.
Yeah, he was doing a tremendous job when it was dry. He just has to put the work in now while it's in inter conditions. Maybe eventually it might be full wet conditions. We don't know.
Yeah, and somehow, JJ was up to P5.
How is this happening?
I don't know. Like, he somehow, like, he's like Lance Stroll. He starts from the back, and you're just thinking, okay, his race is over. And then, suddenly, halfway in, you're just like, how was he up here? When did he get here?
Right. Is it just me, or is DRS still enabled?
I think it is. I could be mistaken.
I haven't seen a message that it was disabled.
We may have missed it. Wouldn't
So
surprise
that's potential.
me. Oh, that 3-second time penalty is gonna hurt, but granted, he is pulling a little bit of a gap to the Red Bull AlphaTauri.
Oh, Nathan gets another one. But look at Ketchin. He's all over the back of Benzo.
And that's great news for Giants fan because uh-oh.
Taco's out. That's gotta be something.
I don't think so. Wait. No, he retired in the pits.
No, there was someone. I thought there was something back there. Maybe it was just a spun car.
No, it's just a moment. Benzo and Ketchin are gonna come to blows here. can get past the Red Bull and a turn 2. He's trying to find a way through, but he covers him off. Oh no, Drunken Shamrock messed up. He went too fast into the back of the AlphaTauri. That probably gave him front wing damage.
He has none.
Well, we don't see it, but
we see nothing.
he could have what I call phantom damage, which is just
True.
we don't see the damage, but he does have it. Wouldn't be surprised because that was a little more than a love tap.
Yeah. Mage, I think Punju's having a fun time. Look at his penalties.
Yeah, I think you can say goodbye to points finish unless something crazy happens.
Is he gonna find a way to get dead last?
I mean,
On
Kendrick's
track.
gonna find a way to get P2. He's up ahead now and is free to chase after Giants fan. Or maybe not. Benzo's gonna try and fight it back here. But I don't think he can. Nope,
He went onto the grass.
Yeah, but good news for Giants fan. He's pulled even more of a gap now. And Benzo isn't in the worst spot because he has plenty of ERS. Well, actually, no, catching that plenty too. Okay. Gary's out.
That might be something.
That's a safety car. And
Yep,
suddenly,
safety car.
everybody is now bunched up.
I believe he's gonna catch up the Giants fan now, Mage.
Yeah,
I
possibly.
also think Dylan's message came at the worst time possible. Dylan just wrote GG Giants fan won. Wouldn't say that necessarily this moment because we have a safety car.
That's what happens when you speak too soon. Seriously, what kind of person would do that?
Really? You really gonna say that after all you've done over the season?
Oh,
Really?
I still remember Singapore where I commentators curse 5 different people.
You almost commentator, you cursed your way out of the fucking game.
Yeah, that was a bit of a moment. Still, I mean, this race, it had a little bit of a slow start, but then it's just been snowballing, and now I think we're at a really exciting point now. Obviously, the safety car is going to bunch everybody up, and so everybody, for those who don't have the penalties, of course, they're not going to try and risk too much. Because those penalties are really going to help them out. But those with the penalties are going to be desperate to gain any ground they possibly can. So we're going to see some drivers driving desperate. And desperate can mean really good racing or a certain incident involving George Russell and Valtteri Bottas in 2021.
A few things, Mage, that I'm noticing.
Yeah.
As of right now, oh yeah, that did it with drunken pitting. J. Joe's now sitting on the podium provisionally with that time penalty for Giants fan.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm pretty sure Drunken Shamrock did get damage from that bump, and yeah, he did. He's going to be down to P11, potentially P13 even. Oh, it's going to be P13 for sure.
I also just noticed this. Yellow still holds championship lead right now.
Yeah.
Because right now, the only one in that top group, I would say Nathan gets right now 8, which does nothing to it. He gets ahead of Drunken.
Yeah.
Chili right now gets 4, which makes it closer. Yellow gets none, so it'll be 76 to 69. Nice number. And what is that? That's 59. Yeah, for Nathan the Moose the third.
Yeah, 59. So. Goku.
Ah.
Oh, for those who don't know, I'll explain it real quick. Basically, in Japan, the numbers 5 and 9 are Go and Q, so it sounds like Goku. And that's why May 9th is Goku Day. There we go.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I knew you were, so I decided to beat you to the punch.
Just wake me up when Lando gets a podium this season. Oh wait.
I mean, he might. We never know.
No.
Yeah,
No.
You may eat your words. I mean,
the Red Bull will be on the podium, and then it'll be the Aston Martin.
I mean, we've seen a Mercedes and a Ferrari on the podium already.
Don't give me hope.
I mean, I would not be surprised if Red Bull won every race, but I could see an Aston Martin winning it.
Should I
I
tell you a stupid bet I made?
all right.
I may or may not put a $1 bet on Leclerc winning at Monaco.
Okay, so you already lost the dollar then.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know.
Actually, someone I could see winning at Monaco would be the Aston Martin.
Oh, Fernando or Stroll?
Stroll.
Mm.
Hear me out. It's raining.
Oh, Jesus.
It rains at Monaco, and we know how Stroll is when
Yeah.
it gets wet.
We saw that at Turkey.
Oh yeah. I mean, and Stroll has genuinely been doing well this season.
Oh yeah, he's done well. Just
Yeah.
not in the. He's not been given the right position for qualifying, which sort of screws him over for the race.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, Stroll is he's a good driver, but
He is.
he's not so good that he can still perform well in a poor car. He's not on.
Right. Oh.
He's not the shitbox whisperer like Alonso or Lando or George
I
Russell.
think we're going again.
Yeah, we are going to be getting back underway. Giants fans going to have a disadvantage due to that 3-second time penalty, but he's going to have plenty of driver spotting behind, so that could give him a bit of an advantage. And as you said, the championship battle is going to remain close, but we'll see how many positions those championship fighters can gain. Giants fan leading them off. Can he make a good getaway? I think he already has. Oh yeah, he's already sending it and has made a very clean getaway. And a massive gap is open from the top four down, already over a second. Nathan's going to take advantage of that opportunity to get his way past the Aston Martin. His teammates rafting right behind. Could he try and move on his teammates? Santiago considered it, but bagged out at the last possible moment.
Yeah, that would have ended very badly for Alpine.
Yeah, Drunken Shamrock is going to be desperate to try and gain any ground he can to get into the points. Moldy Dragon's struggling in this wet weather. Already down to the
J-Jo.
west. Oh, this is bad news for J-Jo. He's got the two Alpines harassing him right now, and both have gotten ahead.
That is terrible news for J-Jo, especially since you were sitting provisional P3.
Bad news for Moo Irons as well. He's got Chili giving him a hard time. Chili gets ahead. Punju takes advantage of the opportunity and gets ahead as well as Anthony. Moo is down to P10.
Unfortunate there for Irons. J-Jo just struggling. Does he have damage?
There's a good possibility that he did get damaged, like how Hilitsame got damaged. Meanwhile, Santiago's going to try and make another move on his teammate. He's got a better run on him. Can he make a move in these last few corners?
Oh lord, oh lord.
It's going to be close between the two. Barely a little bit between these two drivers. Neither one willing to back down. Nathan remains ahead, but he is fighting for his life right now as Moo Irons has completely beached his car. Oh, never mind. No, he's moving.
Oh, okay, I was like, no.
His wheels were spinning and he wasn't moving for a solid moment.
Ketchin just goes off. Ketchin went off.
Oh, this is bad news for Ketchin. That's one car getting past. Make that 2, 3, 4. Ketchin's down to P6 now.
Mage can now count the 4.
Yay.
Oh! Contact
Oh.
with Punju!
He counts a 9. Nathan Pocus with a 9-second penalty in total.
Well, we have a tie for most penalties today.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad news for Nathan. He's trying to get into the championship fight, but these penalties are killing him right now.
You know what, Mage? I just noticed.
Hmm.
Ketchin is still on a provisional podium.
Oh yeah, he is. But you know who else is you know who else could get a provisional win if he keeps up? Benzo.
Well, he's got to gain over probably a second to be safe.
Well, he's actually losing quite a bit of time, but good news for him. The next 3 cars behind him all have time penalties, and 2 behind are getting ready to duke it out once again. The 2 Alpines keeping it close as the Red Bull struggles a little bit. Benzo barely remains ahead for the time being, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do so for a long. Nathan is coming up quickly, and it's going to look for an opportunity inside or out. He's going to take the inside line. He's going to be able to pull ahead of the Red Bull. I think Santiago's going to try and charge ahead as well. Going into turn 2, the Alpine does get ahead. And now Chile is trying to get in on this action as well. Can he get past the Red Bull? He's got a bit of better traction.
To send it.
Punchu is sending it past Ketch, and he's up to P6 and is now also on the chase. He's putting a pretty good gap between himself and the others. And at this rate, could get points.
Perhaps. He's got a lot of work to do, though. With
Oh,
9
yeah,
seconds.
absolutely.
Oh, Whiffles is out!
And that, wait, that is a full safety car. I was wondering if there was enough left because there are only 4 safety
We were
cars in
a
total.
lap away from
From
that
that,
safety car.
wait, there's going to be 1 lap left of racing.
Well, it might end early. We see sometimes the late ones end early. Oh.
Well, he might as well
Problem?
just retire the car.
Honestly.
You know, for those
Irons,
cars that are further back, though, it would not be a bad call to go on fresh enters. Wait, what is happening?
It
Why is
wouldn't,
there
but...
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I saw something weird. Never mind.
Well, we usually do, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, oh, that's Chili going. Wait, no, he faked it out. Okay. Catch it didn't, though. He's going into the... Wait.
I don't know if I agree with this call.
I absolutely don't agree with this call. What is he thinking?
He would have to work...
Wait, he's going on full wets? What? Why? This is either
I
the
don't
most
think it's rated that
ingenious or
hard.
the most stupid call
Well,
I've seen.
actually, now I'm looking at it, this might be the cutoff.
It does look really bad right now.
This might be 100, like a 300 IQ play.
I mean, if this works, I'm going to be very
It is.
impressed. Because the weather does look really bad right now. The rain is really heavy. The entire track is soaked. So you may be right with the cutoff. This is interesting.
If he wins, do we do the McLaren tuned? We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
I mean, if he wins, I'm just going to take off my headset and walk away. Straight up.
No words, refuses to say further, mic drop, walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think anyone else is gonna go with him on the full wets call, though.
No, but I mean, like, look at the rain. It's an absolute downpour.
Oh,
And safety car, it is going to go in this lap. So Ketchin
It's
has
a green
two.
with checkered.
Ketchin has 2 laps to make this happen.
Oh lord.
So,
But his other problem is he has a drive-through penalty in front of him.
well, yeah, that's not a big deal, honestly. I doubt Middle Irons will try and get in the way. And because at this point, his race is over.
Alright, Williams versus Alpine off the restart.
Giants fan is
gonna have a
leading them
better
off,
start?
but Benzo, all he needs to do is stay within 3 seconds of everybody. Or just 2 laps. And Benzo could win this race. Oh, Benzo was caught lacking. He reacted way too late, and that's going to allow Chili to make a move on him. Yeah, Chili's got a way better run. Meanwhile, Nathan gets a move done on Giants fan and is into the lead of the race. Chili gets ahead of Benzo, and it's up to P4. Oh, but he gets a good bump there. And that's Punju trying to get around the outside of Benzo. Can he pull it off? He does. He's up to P5 now. Meanwhile, that's Drunken Shamrock getting past J-Jo. He's up to P8. And...
Santiago!
Oh, that's Santiago and Giants fan duking it out. Santiago gets ahead into P2. Meanwhile, Chili and Punju are now fighting it out. Punju gives him no elbow room there and almost shows him off the track there. Yeah, meanwhile, for Ketchin, I mean, he is gaining, but not too much. I think that was a poor call.
Yeah.
This did not work out too well for him.
Right. I just noticed that Santiago and Giants fan have the same penalties.
Yeah, this is not working out for Ketchin. He thought he was going to finish in the points.
No, I don't agree with that call at all.
Yeah, that
Benzo's
ruined
not
him.
doing well either.
Benzo and Anthony are trying to fight here. They're the two remaining cars up near the front without any penalties. 3 wide right now down the main street. This is
Oh,
a
no,
risky.
no, no.
Oh
It's
no! That's trying to
It's
cheer on
terrible.
the race. This is.
No.
Oh, that was a disaster waiting to happen.
Why
And
would
now,
you go 3 wide there?
yeah, Anthony, if he gets close enough, could get a podium.
Mage?
Yeah,
If this finishes like it is, we have a new championship leader.
Chili.
He's gonna get 2 positions.
Yeah. This is gonna be.
He's gonna be on the podium. If he finishes like this.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have J-Jo just trying to gain some speed here. Drunken Shamrock, he completely lost the race. He's fumbled it twice in a row.
Terrible.
Actually, meanwhile, with Ketchin, it is working out. He's going to be finishing P8 at least.
Yeah.
Still,
Actually, he'll get P7. Punju is 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is going to be P7 for Ketchin. So, you know what? That all kind of worked out. But he may try to beat this Red Bull on track. Can he get past Benzo? He's got the traction and he's got the move done.
Good news, it's still P7. So that's Santiago who, in his debut, gets a win.
Yeah, talk about a perfect debut. Absolutely brilliant. Giants fan P2, Nathan P3, Chili P4. Just outside of the range by a few tenths. A double podium for Alpine, a podium for Williams. And Benzo, all the way from the top of the podium, all the way down to dead last in the points places, that is. Still,
Jeez.
That's a point gained. And Panju, who said he was going to be finishing P20, finished in the points in P9, so good for him, but wow.
Who'd have thought it?
I mean, let's see here. This is... isn't it 15 points for their place?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 40-point gain for Williams. That's going to put them ahead of Aston Martin. They're going to be in the top 5, I think, because I think they got more points than... Well, Alpine is also going to get a massive boost in the Constructors.
Oh, I'm trying to remember who's on the freaking podium. Lord, I'm trying to send messages out to join the waiting room. Giants fan.
Oh, and Santiago actually got the fastest lap of the race as well, so that's going to be another point for him. So already on debut, he's gotten 26 points, which, I mean, that's already fantastic. That's going to put him in the top 10 in the championship standings, at least.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he performs like this, he could be in the championship fight.
Yeah. I'm waiting for we're waiting for Nathan to hop into the waiting room so we can bring in P3. Currently have the top 2. We'll see if we can get him in here in a second. I will say though, that was a very exciting race today.
Oh yeah. For some reason, okay, there we go. The camera's frozen on my end for a second, but yeah, another really exciting race, and I'm very happy about that. I mean, again, the weather changed up everything, and just immediately raised the stakes of the race. Because the safety cars changed everything up. We didn't know what was going to happen next. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I don't see P3, so I guess we'll just do P1 down.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring in our race winner. You got us?
Yep.
Wow.
All right, Mitch, take it away.
Yeah. What a debut. I mean, if there was ever a perfect way to start it, that's it. Race winner, fastest lap. Honestly, great for your team in general. Both cars on the podium. I mean, you had to fight your teammate for half of the race as well as Chile, but despite everything and despite the risks with the wet weather, you definitely managed to make all the right calls and all the right moves to get your victory on debut. So how do you feel with that?
I think I pretty much drove a perfect race as far as I'm concerned. Besides the start, I think if I would have gone first out of turn one, could have just flown away from everyone, which would have made everything a little bit more easy with Nathan being in front of me and pitting, making me lose a couple places. But besides that, I think realistically there's nothing more I could have given. So good race overall.
All right, Pat, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Obviously, like when you said that was perfect. What was going through your mind, especially pitting for the inters, going in with your teammate at the same time?
I was kind of annoyed because I knew I was going to lose positions, and I was pretty much right behind him the entire time. I think the lap I pitted for inters and him as well, I almost got the overtake done. But in the end, I had the pace on the inters. Besides those last couple laps that went to full wet conditions, and I was struggling a bit there. But since Nathan had 9 seconds of penalties, all I had to do was stay right there. So I think I just knew I was confident in the pace that I had. So I just head down, got it done.
Yeah, I will say me and Mage had a moment where we were like, what is Alpine doing here, going in together at the same time? But, I mean, it worked out in the end.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. All right, so now let's bring in Giants fan. And here's Giants fan, the man I predicted who would do very well today.
Hello.
Thank you for living up and helping my ego.
I didn't do as good of a job as I would have liked to, but
Yeah.
I mean, a podium's podium, right?
yes, going into it, I would have been thrilled with the podium, but after being that close to winning, had those safety cars not come out at the end there, it is definitely it hurts.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
you were showing your pace throughout in those wet conditions, but I feel like that last safety car just put the nail in the coffin that it was gonna be a tough mountain to climb to get that win.
Yeah, I think that honestly, the safety car, how should I put this? The safety car, the weather conditions got worse under the safety car, so I think it was almost full wets by the end.
I think it was.
Inners. Yeah, and I was just slipping and sliding, and I just did not have the grip I needed to make it happen.
Yeah, I have to say though, the strategy calls you made, they were risky, but they absolutely did pay off. I mean, not every driver team can make, risky calls like that, let alone, well thought out risky plays, Ferrari, and really make them work out. But you certainly did, and yeah, the wet weather did struggle by the end, but despite everything, that's a podium and that's a good amount of points gained as you can potentially get back into contention for this championship.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I was like, well, I don't really have anything to lose. I'm not in the championship fight going into this right now, so I was like, why not just make a risky call here and hope it works out? And thankfully, it did.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, I don't see Nathan, so I don't think we'll be interviewing our P3 driver today.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we won't be able to look forward to that, but we will be able to look forward to next week as we make our way to Barcelona, Spain.
Nope.
Really?
Special event next week. Then we have Barcelona the week after. Which we should probably talk about that for a second.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you notice, there is a 2-week break there, and the reason being, of course, we have a special versus event with another league, EARL, and we will actually be taking part as commentators. Of course, don't expect us to see us racing unless you want to see us crash. In which case, I mean, I'd rather us play Wreckfest instead.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it'll be it's gonna be fun. To my knowledge, this is the first time they are doing this with a full slate of commentary. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, me and Mage will be commentating that. I don't know when
Or what
we are.
tier, or what
I,
part of the championship will be
yeah, there's
covering.
like 5 heats. It's a full slate of drivers, tournament style to my knowledge, and it's 2 to start times are 2, and the last start time is like 6:30, I believe. So a full slate of racing, so that'll be fun to look forward to.
Oh yeah, I mean it's going to be a very good tournament. So if you're looking forward to that, be sure to check in on the channel next week. We'll be putting it all live, so we'll be seeing you all then.